all set up. So it's an honor to have you here, Collie.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for coming to the studio.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, The Green Solution and Larry Uncensored welcome you to Denver.
Thank you.
And we're honored to have you for the holiday.
Yes,
that is
sir.
420.
420.
I had a question, like, where you're from, is 420 even a thing there? Is it even acknowledged?
It's more on the time, like you know what I mean? It's not like April
Okay.
20th.
But they do acknowledge the 420 during the day?
Yeah, it's there. It's there. But
It's not as
like,
prevalent as it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it a thing.
No, but you were born in New Orleans, right? Is that kind of where you got the music vibe and everything?
I'm not sure. I was only there for 8 months when I popped
okay.
out. But yeah, and then back in Bermuda when I was 4. So I've been living there ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah.
And you just have always been into music? Has it always been a part of your life?
Yeah. I mean, from when I was little, I remember my mom made me a mixtape. Tape. This is back in tape days. Analog tape of the Beatles, and like it was a mix of things like Buddy Holly and Creedence Clearwater, and I just remember I was just me by myself in the room, and I'd just be pressing rewind and just playing the tape like back to front.
Being a DJ on the old school.
Yeah, and I couldn't have been more than I was definitely less than probably around 4 years old, right before I moved back to Bermuda. And I just remember that like vividly, and then my mom was working out down in the basement in the fucking spandex, the
Suzanne
Summers
Summers
gear with the
Right, for sure.
the bright
Sweating.
pink,
Right,
she was
exactly.
listening to he's a man eater, or she's, you know what I mean, whatever, and all that 80s music. But yeah, I was always into music, man.
Your brother is a DJ, right?
He is, yeah.
And so he he had a hand in getting you started too, a little bit?
Definitely. I mean, we had it was like the basement of our house in Bermuda. A lot of good times there. That's back in the day. But we had turntables, and he was always the one to show me like the foundation of like reggae music, like, because he was a real music head, and he'd buy all the records and everything. I just remember sitting off with him, and he's 3 years older than me, so I was like the youngin', like I was just like the little guy that came in like, yo, look, leave, man. What are you doing down here, man? Get out of here. But I just remember, yeah, he definitely influenced me.
Well, on your first track,
into the music,
Come Around, like I mean, that wasn't your first track, but the one that got you on the scene, you worked on it with him, right?
I did, yeah. We were out in Canada at the time, and I was actually living with him in his apartment while he was going to school. He was doing the audio engineering side of things. I forget what the school name was. IADT, International Academy of Design and Technology, and they had a recording arts program, and he was doing that, and I was living with him at the time, and yeah, we just and then I got signed to Sony. There's a little story in between that, but got signed to Sony, and they gave me the beat, and we were both in the studio, and within 30 minutes we both came up with the track, so we both wrote it together and everything.
That's
so
sick.
And that was the start of it all, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Well, it
As soon as
also
the
helped
label
that Busta stole your sample.
Did he? Nah.
I don't know. Did Busta
No,
Rhymes?
that was a proper remix.
Okay.
Remix. Yeah.
I thought it was unofficial.
No, it was
because I was
official.
gonna say, like, I met Busta one time, and like I brought him like an ounce of herb, and then he just grabbed the herb and like walked away, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, well,
So he
I was
stole
like,
your
it was
song
nice
for
to meet
sure.
you. So I thought when I read that, I read something about him lifting your track. I was like, dude, we got screwed by Busta.
I understand how you could feel
Yeah,
that
exactly.
way.
But it's all good.
But no.
It's all
Busta's
good.
good people's.
One love.
Yeah. We were just out in Belgium. We did a show together, and he pulled me out on stage to do that song and all that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it was official. It was official.
Good.
It was official. The only thing that wasn't planned was he was like, yo, we gotta make a video, and we were like, yeah, let's do a video for the track. I mean, that'd be dope, like as an official video. Me, Busta, and I think there was somebody else on the track too as well. And then the money talk started happening, and then we were like, you know what? We'll just let the song ride. But yeah, Busta's good people, so
Yeah, for
good
sure.
peoples. Yeah.
Who else do you like that's out right now that may not even be like reggae or whatever? But is there any artists that are out right now that are like?
Well, I'll tell you what. I own a radio station in Bermuda, right? Called Vibe 103. Download the app at Vibe 103. Vibe103.com.
For sure.
We play top 40 of every genre.
Oh, cool.
So I'm immersed. I'm gonna listen to it every day. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But we mix in obviously the top 40 of Caribbean music too as well. So dancehall. You know,
Wait, so you're programming a radio station while you're doing all this other stuff?
well, I just kind of like, I'm the overseer. I have other people doing the whole, you know,
Execute.
the groundwork. Yeah,
Okay,
right.
okay.
Like if I hear a song that's been repeating too much and it's kind of like off the charts now, like, yo, hey, get rid of that one. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and then when I say that, he's like, yo, it's already done. Like, what are you telling me? But, you know, so I'm behind, but yeah, but
Do you try to break artists? Do you feel like that at being in that position to hear an artist?
we do. Like we kind of have a good ear too as well. So if we think something's gonna pop off, we'll play it a lot more than it is, like more than other commercial stations would. Just because we know it's gonna make it. You know,
Right, you have the edge.
Yeah.
You're in the business.
Exactly.
That's
you know
dope.
what I mean? And plus, we want to introduce, like, Bermuda. For the longest time, the radio's been shit. You know what I mean?
All right.
It's been like dinosaurs running the stations, and so we're the up and coming station that's playing all the current hits of, you know, every genre. So we try and keep it as fresh as possible.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My whole career has been in radio here in Denver, and you know, we play hip hop, or we play top 42. So we're pumping Bieber out and Selena Gomez.
Yep.
You got to play with
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's a great. It's, you know, like a lot of people, like, you know, there's people have different opinions, different, you know, genres and formats and media. It's like you know, but radio is a proven winner. It's like we book so many huge clients constantly through the station that, you know, if anybody kind of questions if radio is still alive, it's like, yeah, it's alive and kicking. And you know, there's a lot of competition out there. People can get music anywhere, but it's kind of like your personality's on the air, like, and, you know, giving them that local vibe, that local thing. It's like people can listen to their XM or whatever, but we talk about shit that's going down here.
Well, and that's why I like the podcast too, because it gives you that freedom kind of away from that area to where you can experience, have all the goodies on the table, and hang out with Collie Buddz, you know what I mean? So you're performing after Red Rocks. You're going to Dubai, is that right?
Yeah, Dubai. Yeah. Oh, Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Same.
Have you been there before and performed?
Yeah, we did it back in 2012. I think I was last there. Yeah, but we've definitely done over there.
What's it like to perform there? Because the architecture in that whole spot's supposed to be just unreal.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's different, but once you get in the venue and you see all the expats and everybody's kind of like performing anywhere in the States, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's definitely I stayed with my boy for one night who lived kind of outside of the city of Dubai, and like, you know, at 5 a.m. they had on the loudspeakers, like, I won't mock what they were playing.
No,
but
right.
You know
They're
like,
called a church or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know
right,
what I mean?
and,
So
but if you're
waking
not
up-
used to
as
it,
soon as
you wake
sunrise-
up and you're like, huh.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, what the?
Yeah.
What's this like? And it's like, yo, just relax, just chill. Just take it
Yeah,
in. Take it in. Yeah. See, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like-
No, I did. That was the Lion King. That was the Lion
wasn't
King.
me. That wasn't
I was
me.
doing it for the Lion King.
So what are you working on now? What do you got?
Oh man, I'm very excited about this new project. I just spent a couple weeks down in Miami recording out of Chris Cab's studio. Studio 26 in Miami, and a lot of good stuff. A lot of production from Super Dopes, who we've worked with forever. From the first album, Tomorrow's Another Day, Sense of Meaning, Mary Jane, like a bunch of songs. So I'm excited about it though. It's some dope stuff, and I haven't put out an album, like an actual album, since 2007. So it's been
Long
9
overdue.
years.
And you get a lot of your
put out
fan
EPs and stuff,
Yeah.
but you know, it's not the same. Like, we've kind of done that just you know, to keep things moving.
Right,
but,
right,
like,
for sure.
This is actually the first time I've been able to like relax, be in a studio environment, and do what I want to do.
And your
you know,
music's probably
instead
evolved to such a point over the last, since it's been 10 years, to really create an album that sets you apart from the last album.
Yeah, exactly. And the music's changed so much, but it's definitely on par with the first album. Like, as far as like, we got all sorts of things mixed in with each other, like, you know, a little bit of dancehall, a little bit of you know, the conscious side of things, a little bit of soca even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole Caribbean mesh from the first album that we had. And yeah, I'm excited about it, man.
Well,
I can't wait.
Speaking of
for it to
socially
get mixed.
conscious, a lot of your songs definitely empower weed and the pros of marijuana. Like, how do you feel like when coming to Colorado and seeing what's evolved to, and then do you feel like your music is like kind of helping with that?
You want to buy a house here, don't you?
We'd have to be. There would be no windows in this room like 10 years ago. We'd be like stashed off in like a basement somewhere. Like we, like, you know what I mean? It's you know, growing up in Bermuda, we had. I mean, it was not a big part, but like it was definitely a part of growing up there. Like, I mean, weed was. You know, as a youth there, you know, you
eventually try it.
Yeah, you know, and so and definitely listen to reggae music like throughout, you know, growing up, kind of help, you know, see the positive side of it. Whereas we were going to school and they had this big poster on the wall like of the negative effects of marijuana.
Don't do drugs.
Like, you know those things where you got the full body and they got this red lines going out and like it causes this, causes this and all that. And now look at it. Yeah, it was all like, you know, and just say no to drugs and all that type of thing. And whereas, you know, they called it a gateway drug and
no, beer's your first gateway.
Exactly. It really is. Like, yeah. And then comes the rum.
Right, exactly. And then all bets are off.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, man, we really appreciate having you coming out and just being part of the Larry Uncensored podcast and the Green Solution Studio. No better time than 420.
420. Every year, man. Every year we're trying to get out here.
In 2010 in Northland was the beginning.
Don't listen to the man. He said no, I say yes I can. It's just a plant growing in the ground. You can't stop us from passing it around.
This plant here is Cindy White plant. It's won the 2015 Cannabis Cup People's Choice Award. As you can see, the dense resin, the floral aromas that it has, and I know nobody can actually smell that, but it actually has one of the best tastes in our garden.
Ooh, give me my medicine.
When you live in kind of a small, isolated world, especially in the darkness of cannabis in the early days, you really would never have believed it would ever get to this point. So where it started was a vision that said, I'm going to help individuals that I'm already helping, and the most legal way I can do that, which opened the doors to the Green Solution.
Headache gone, stress went out the window, lamb's breath, orange kush, and a little white widow. Back up some hash, put it in the middle. Holy cow, I'm on the moon, call me hey diddle diddle.
Where we are today is, 11 stores and continually growing year by year. Most people come from other states and other countries to see what cannabis is because of Colorado. And that in itself is something I'm so proud to be a part of in general, but then to also be pioneering it and to be driving the decisions and the policy that are behind it. I could never have been more grateful to be a piece of that and a part of that.